Well, we are going to try something I've never done before, and however it goes, it just is going to go. Maybe it's because we're running 2 webcams simultaneously and streaming and all this crazy stuff. Who knows? But we're going to do it all live. That's what we're rolling with. If it's ugly, well, that in part is the review, because today we are going to be covering the new B580, which is Intel's GPU into the market. That's what's in my system right now, is the Intel B580. So I've taken the 6900 XT out, which makes no sense, and put a value GPU in there. And the question is, can you do everything you need to do on a value GPU that you can do on the really expensive ones? Obviously not at the same frame rate and things like that. Because this GPU here, a couple things. Number one, when Linus Torvalds had Linus on his, Linus Tech Tips had Linus Torvalds on his stream. There we go. We'll get it right one of these times. That's why I like doing videos offline, because lots of editing. I sound way smarter when there's editing. But in any case, one of the things is he built him the best machine that money could buy. Threadripper of the works. Incredible. But Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux, said, I don't want an AMD. I don't want an NVIDIA. I want an Intel Arc. And I thought, that's so interesting that he would choose that. Now, Intel's been a long time supporter of open source software. Before anybody else had their drivers built into the kernel, it was Intel there playing ball. So that could have to do with it. Or it could just be he likes the Intel Arc architecture. So we're going to dive in and see what it's all about. Now, when I went to pick one of these up, it actually wasn't really planned. I was kind of looking at them, and then I ended up at Micro Center, which is a huge mistake. And I saw that the top of the line GPU for Intel is $249 MSRP. Okay, not $700, not $800, not $900, not $1,700, but $249 for a GPU, for their top of the line GPU. You can't even get like 16 gigabytes of RAM for that anymore. And I was like, there's got to be a more expensive one, right? No, this is their overclock limited edition B580 from Intel. $249. That's it. Right now, I'm running it on Arch Linux using the XE kernel driver and the Mesa 25. I only have 4K monitors. Now, this is advertised as really a 1920 by 1080 or 2K gaming, pushing it at 2K gaming, but we're going to push it even further past its boundaries. I've played with this, obviously, when I installed it online. I can tell you right off the bat, I am super impressed with this video card. While we may get some stuttering on stream and things right now, some of that has to do with a couple of different things. Number one, we're in Wayland, and Wayland is not the best for streaming. They have not fixed all the problems with Wayland and streaming. So even if we're on our 6900 XT, if you look at some of my videos, we've had some weird artifacting and things that come from that. That's Wayland being Wayland. So keep that in mind. Number two is Intel definitely needs to do some work on their drivers with Linux. Now, they're good, but they're not as good as the Windows variant. They've got a lot more unlocked in the Windows, specifically with their XE architecture, which I understand may get fixed in the latest Mesa, but that's something also to consider. If you're in the Windows world still, you're going to get even more performance in certain circumstances under this card, under the current at the current moment only. The key spec for this card, like I'm not going to just, you can go online and read all the specs and stuff. You get 12 gigabytes of RAM there, 20 XE2 cores and 192-bit bus. It's built on TSMC, as I understand, 5 nanometer, I believe. It's more efficient than their first gen Alchemist cards. Now, one of the big differences between this is Intel uses single instruction multiple data units that are denser, while AMD uses much wider lanes. And if you think about, what was the card they came out when I was first promoting AMD and everyone was telling me I was an idiot, now everybody wants AMD because I was right. What was that card? Lisa Su had her signature on it. It had a super wide bus, was its big draw. It'll come to me. That's the problem with live. But Intel uses numerous focus lanes to handle modern gaming tasks. That's kind of their go-to versus one giant wide lane like AMD. It's GDDR6 RAM, and you're getting 12 gigabytes of it for $249. I feel like the melt price of this card is $500-600. I don't think they do that, but if they did like they do gold, it would be like $500-600 because just the GDDR6 RAM itself at 12 gigabytes. Most of the cards, especially in this price range, are running 8 max. Even not at this price range. The ones that are like $900 are running 8, $600 running 8 gigabytes. This is giving you 12 gigabytes for that. So if you're in the market for a new GPU, you need to pick this one up fast because there's no way with the current prices of RAM that it can stay at this price. I've seen it on Amazon. I've seen it at Micro Center, obviously, for really, really good prices. So consider that. I got the Intel variant specifically. Asus makes one, I think. ASRock makes a version. You can see those out there, but I went with Intel. It's got DisplayPort 2.1, offering better future proofing, I think, for your high refresh monitors. And, it's got ray tracing as well. So, and it doesn't have, it's got a bunch of narrow memory buses in there that it's using its lanes, but it's not as restrictive as the prior generations. And if you stream or record on Linux, it's going to work very well, as you can see. I think it's doing pretty decent for running 2 cameras. Steam's on in the background. Blender's running in the background. Obviously, it's doing a lot of stuff with the CPU and things right now. This is a beast of a machine I'm on. So this is a little caveat, is that I'm not running a standard slow machine here. So to kind of give you an idea, let me get my about specs page open here about this system and tell you a little bit about what we're running. So we've got 20 Intel Core, 20 times Intel Core Ultra 7 265K, 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. This is running the 890 Pro Wi-Fi from Asus motherboard. One of the things interesting, you can see the view of this build here. Obviously, liquid cooled CPU, that Intel card right there in the middle. Wanted you to see it and all the rainbow vomit that came with this case here. The interesting thing is it only takes one power plug, one PCIe power plug. That's it. So I believe there's 3 total you can see in the picture there. Well, you probably can't see it, but there's like 3 there because that's what it takes to run the AMD card. So your TDP on this card is already stupid low. Like I said, as soon as you plug it in, the great thing about Linux is you're not going to have any driver conflicts because I went from AMD to Arc. They both use open source, blah, blah, blah. Now, I was talking about the motherboard. The rebar is the big thing for this too. So if your motherboard has rebar, resizable bar, it's basically a technology that allows the CPU to see all the GPU memory at one time. You can set that up in your BIOS. You're going to gain a 20% improvement right there on this card. So if you're going to build a system for this card, make sure your motherboard has resizable bar option. Mine does. That's going to help a lot. The other thing is you're going to see when we start playing some games and things, this uses the XeSS, Intel's AI upscaling, basically. But like I said, it's not fully enabled in Linux. Certain programs have enabled it, but it's not working 100%. In Diablo, for instance, if I enable it in Diablo, which it shows as an option, it just stutters the whole time. Whereas if I use AMD's FPL, whatever it's called, then it's really smooth. We're going to play CS2 Go as well, Counter-Strike 2, to show you how smooth that is. I think it does really well in Diablo at 4K. We're hitting 60 frames per second. I don't know if we'll do it on the stream because it's streaming at the same time. And I am using the streaming encoding in OBS for the GPU. So that option is available too. That's not always lit up on certain AMD cards and things, but it was lit up here. So look, the verdict is, after I've played with this thing, I really think this is a hard, incredible, yes, go buy. It is just a fabulous card. For the money, you can't beat it. I was not this excited about my 6900 XT. It really wasn't that much of an upgrade over the prior generation. This one has me so excited because of the value you're getting. And really, Intel needs a break here, people. Intel has had, they were king of the road. They were jerks for it. They said a lot of stupid things back then when they were king. Well, we've got new leadership in. We don't want Intel to fail. If Intel fails, less competition. We're going to have less things like this out in the market. This is a hard buy, in my opinion. I don't know if that's why Linus Torvalds wanted this card, but I'm so impressed with it, even though I have in my possession, which is what I went to originally buy, a, what is it, 7900 XT? I haven't even put it in the set. It's still sitting in the box downstairs. Because I've just been so fascinated with this $249 card, all the things that it can do. It's quite amazing. So I highly recommend, if you're in the market for a card, to check this one out. So let's show you some things here. Let's start with maybe Blender. And again, we're doing this all live, so stuff may screw up, okay? This is just the way it's going to be. So let's see. Monitor only. All right, so it should show Blender. Let's get this in the right scale here. Let's scale to window, maybe? No? Not going to play with ball today? Not today. Let's try this. Transform. Stretch to screen. Boom. There you go. It's prettier. So this is Blender. This is in my opinion, state-of-the-art. Incredible when you talk about open source being the standard in a software respect. Like a lot of people think that, oh, you're going open source, so you're not using something as good as the proprietary. Blender is an example of a program that's better than the proprietary alternatives. It's the standard in the industry, which is one of the reasons why I love it. Now, I'm not good, anybody who's followed this channel, with anything that has to do with like art and stuff. So we're going to do something a little different here. We're just going to do some video editing in Blender, which I have a whole series on, by the way. I think it's quite an incredible video editor. I haven't used it full time, but I went through a few months where I did. We'll grab like a 95 megabyte file here with this ugly person here, and we're going to do some scrubbing. Okay, so a lot of this is going to be CPU work, undoubtedly, right, when I'm doing the scrubbing here. And I have an incredible CPU. So it's going to keep and utilize a lot of the CPU and the RAM there to accomplish some of these tasks. If we go into preferences, though, you can see that the Intel Arc B580, the graphics, and my Intel Core Ultra 7265 are all being used here as render devices. So those options are available. Now, there's a little caveat. If you get this card and you go on to pacman, look at me, I look like I'm sleeping in that picture. Anyways, if you get this Blender and you put it, you download it, install it, you're not going to see those options under Edit. You're not going to see the Intel Arc options no matter what you install here. The reason is Blender has an alpha version right now out that has support for the Intel Arc, and only in the alpha version. So you have to download the alpha version, extract it, and run it. You can't get it from the repository just yet. You might be able to get it from Yay if you're on Arch. But there we go. Look at it. Blah, 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 blah. But you can see we are on a 4K monitor. We are editing 1920 by 1080 here. And so let me get this out of the way so I can actually see. All right. So what we're going to do is, I recall, we have to kind of set our frames here so that we're rendering more than, we've got like an ending frame, current frame. Let me see here. So that we can render this whole thing. And the rendering is really where you're going to kind of see how this thing performs. Where is it at? It's been a while since I played with Blender. All right, so we got 60 frames per second, 1920 by 1080. Right now it's got frames to here, and animation end, strip end, duration. Duration is 5145, and we want to go to, oh no, it's down here. Down here is the ending. That's what we need to fix. So what is it, 5145? 5145. All right, so now you can see it kind of lights up, and we can see the full. Okay, cool. So we're going to render this whole thing. And how long is this stupid video anyways? And we'll see just how well it does. So if we go up here to render and render animation, then boom, we're going to be rendering. So this is streaming at the same time. This is rendering a video all at the same time. And of course, it's going to be utilizing, in this case, a combination of my GPU and my CPU. But it's rendering very, very quickly. As you can see, we're already almost halfway through the entire clip here. It's just, this is my same experience offline. It's just such an impressive card. It can do everything that a really expensive card can do, just a little bit less settings. But if I had to use this card to create all my video content, to do my streaming, to do all that stuff, I could. That's what makes it amazing, is the fact that I could. And while we've been talking right here, we just finished rendering an entire video. So that, my friends, is just a small example of kind of how cool this card is. I think it's amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. I hope if you're in the market, you give Intel Arc a chance. If you're building a machine for your kids, for gaming, whatever, what a great option to have. Now I'm gonna remove one of the cameras, the extra Logitech camera, because you don't need to see that crappy screen resolution anyways, and we're gonna go back to that. And then we're gonna set things up to do some gaming. I'm gonna start with CSGO, and then we're just gonna play Diablo for fun. Like, I was gonna do that anyways, but I really wanted to do a review of this card because I know a lot of people may get some computer components and stuff for Christmas. And well, this is one that if you need a GPU, Intel Arc B580 all day. All right, so that camera's gone. So that should save some resources now from us. And we are now going to, well, what would have been cool, Ryan, is if you'd have done NV-top while you did that, so people could kind of see the rendering live here. So this is NV-top. This kind of shows you the GPU usage here live. So Vivaldi's actually using an incredible amount of GPU right now. I don't know why. So that's just Vivaldi for, oh, probably because I got the live stream up on the other screen, you know, so I could see what's going on in case anybody sees anything, and I can kind of see how the screen's working. But, you know, we're running somewhere in the 25 to 60 percentile, somewhere around there on this card currently. And so if we do some rendering, let's just re-render that again. We're doing it live. We should see that pop up, and you can. So you can kind of see some of the GPU usage here as it's rendering. But I mean, honestly, it's not maxing out over this, right? It's keeping things very stable. Obviously, an increase in power, an increase in usage, but very, very stable amount and very stable temperatures that we're running. And remember, this thing barely sips any power. It just sips it. It just sips it, little tiny sips like rich people do. Barely does anything. And then you can see that those bars kind of went away, and now it's just kind of found its groove, right? It's just running. And that's the interesting thing about this card. I feel like there could be some driver improvements here because it does have an initial ramp to get to its full peak power, even when you're gaming. And then, so you'll see some stuttering and stuff kind of off the bat, and then it gets real smooth, and it'll be smooth the rest of the time. So there's some issue with the power ramp on this, and you could probably do some clocking and things to fix that. But again, just super impressed with this thing. All right, let's close down Blender. We're not going to save that disgusting video there. And you can see some kind of more usage stuff going on over here as well. So if that interests you, it's there. All right, let's launch a game, shall we? Let's do some CSGO. So this will take me a second to get set up. And then we'll be able to show you some gaming while live streaming. Keep in mind, this is all while live streaming. All right. So we'll move that over there. Theoretically, once I switch my source, you all will be seeing that. And you can see there's some little bit of artifacting and things kind of going on with the Counter-Strike. Be interesting if we run into any issues with it launching here. It didn't have any yesterday, but today's a new day and we're doing it live, so you never know. All right, we got in. So at the top, we're running about 24 frames per second. Of course, we're just at a start screen, so I noticed CSGO seems to have some optimization in the menu system issues, where it's just more like a driver. You need to do some work on the driver. We're running at 4K, full screen. Let's do windowed, full screen windowed. Okay, I guess that's our only option there. We could obviously drop this down and get much better performance than what I'm going to show, but I'm going to show this card streaming and doing 4K at the same time. Because why not? We run Arch. We live on the edge. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, we're going to do practice because I don't want to ruin anybody's game because I suck at this. Casual and Dust 2. And go. All right, look at that, 198 frames per second. What else do you want? Come on, people, that's amazing. Just kidding. This kind of intro screen stuff. All right, so who are we going to be? We're going to be counter terrorists, and let's go. Let's see what we got here. And you can see we're running about 48. 49 frame, 50 frames per second. See, it starts to pick up. And what's interesting is, people, I'm in 4K and I'm streaming at the same time. That's what you got to keep in mind. Okay? This is not what this card is meant to be doing. It is not meant to be running 4K video gaming and streaming at the same time. So now we're up into the 50s, 60s that we're hitting at points and dropping depending on who's on. A little bit of stutter action, no problem. A little bit of stutter. But playable in 4K. Now, if you take this down to 1920 by 1080, which is what a lot of you play CSGO in, or even lesser, we're going to be, which I'll show you, we're going to be way up where we need to be. So 60 frames per second, you know, when other people aren't around, other things aren't being created. And we'll go and look at the settings here. Oh, look at that. Bad guy. I win. Look at that. I'm so good. Talent is unbelievable here. You guys must be so impressed. All right, display. Let's see what advanced video we got here. So VSync disabled. Right now, we can enable that, try to get our full 60, but I leave it disabled so we can get kind of the maximum frames per second. We've got 2 times MSA, high, some mediums in there, but a lot of high. So now if I just go to medium textures here, and then I think that saves it. Did we buy anything? Let's buy something. I want you. All right. So, no. Oh, I'm gonna survive that because it was a bot. That's the only reason I survived that. So now we're pinging more at the 60 frames per second with the medium setting. Right there at the 60 frames per second in 4K while streaming in OBS. Do you all get the incredibleness of a $249 video card doing this? Did I mention it's $249? Not $2,049, $249. I would buy this. I mean, I'm keeping this card just as a backup. If something happens to my main card, why would I not have this card around? It'll never be this cheap again, not unless the RAM prices drop, you know, to some stupid rate. It's just such an incredible value. And then if we can drop the resolution down to something reasonable, because you should not be using this card in 4K like I am, like the nutso that I is. Let's go video, and let's see if we can go windowed here. No, windowed here, and let's drop it down to 1920 by 1080 and see what kind of performance we get then. 1920 by 1080, apply changes. All right, so it's going to do all kinds of weird stuff, all right, because obviously my monitor is not 1920 by 1080. I don't even think I can resize this any bigger. But what we're going to show is kind of so it's going to be small. It's not going to take up the whole screen. I don't want to sit here and play with scaling and stuff right now, so just use your imagination. I don't know. So you can see 130 frames, 140 frames per second, right? So if you're running this card at the resolution that it's advertised for, 1920 by 1080, and for some reason you also want to stream with the same $249 card, you can get incredible results like I am here. And in 2K 1440p, I'm sure it's, you know, very, very close into the 100 frames per second based on the fact we're getting about 60 in 4K, about 140 in 1920 by 1080. So let's call it about 100 in 2K here, easily be able to pull that off. And if you weren't streaming, even more, right? I mean, the streaming things. Look, the bots did all the work for me. I could just walk around and hop. You see people do that in the army all the time. They just hop around. It's like a main tactic, killing people. Hopping. So for those just joining, because this is live, we are doing a live review of the Intel Arc B580, the $249 graphics card. That has blown my freaking mind. This is the Intel limited edition version, $249 at Micro Center. I could not believe the value. I cannot believe the value of this card. It's a buy all day long, even as a backup. I just love this thing. Listen, Intel needs to do one thing. Intel, hear me out. If you're watching this video, first of all, if anybody who worked on this project is watching this video from Intel, congratulations. What an incredible accomplishment for price, value, all of that. Number two, please get the drivers in Linux up to par and better as they should be with those as Windows. I'm not going to test it in Windows, but my understanding is that the XeSS stuff is working far better in Windows. Part of that, too, is the Vulkan layer. So when we're going to play Diablo is not made natively for Linux like CSGO here is. And so what happens is they're using the whole Proton Vulkan translation layer. With that translation layer, you can't really utilize XeSS, not in any current iteration. So you're using like AMD's FSR. That's what it's called, FSR. Earlier in the video, I couldn't remember, it's FSR. And if we use FSR 1.0, as I was playing in the settings with Diablo, which we'll go into, we get much better results than if we use FSR 2.0. If we use XeSS, it's just blocky all over the place. Like it just starts skipping frames, nothing's worked. So their XeSS, again, using that Proton Vulkan layer is not working. All right, let's get out of here and we will do, you kind of get the idea, right? You get the idea. CSGO. Kind of understand some of the frame rates, what we're running here. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right. What's next? What's next is Diablo. What do you mean? We're going to do Diablo live while streaming because we're nuts like that. All right. Okay, there, it finally closed. Running into an issue with that closing, but it finally did its thing. And now let's do some Diablo. And this is just what we're going to do the rest of the stream. Because this is it. This is all you get. I mean, I think you've seen the value here in this card. It's incredible. I never expected a $249 card could do things like this. Never. Now, somehow I've lost audio, so let's see if we can fix that. There we go. Y'all want some audio? Probably. Make it a little more entertaining. All right. Now, let's move over here and here. Let's make sure the audio is not too loud. I think it's good. I think. All right, move this, and then we'll move this, and then we'll move this, then we'll do this. You guys can't see any of this, but it's just stuff I'm doing. All right, there we go. All right. Would you like to play a game? All right, right now in the menu screen, again, we're using Vulkan translation layer in Arch Linux. We're going to play some Diablo. While live stream, this is the important thing. If you're playing this offline, you're going to get a lot of frames per second back. Probably 10 to 20 frames per second back compared to what you're going to see here. So right now, we're rocking about 30 frames per second. Now, off stream, pegged at 59 to 60 all day. So, because we're live streaming, it's going to take a lot more resources. Fully playable. I mean, I'm not seeing any major stuttering or problems here. Now let's look at what settings we have here. Now on the menus, we're dropping down heavy. We've got 4K, okay? Playing in 4K. We're using AMD FSR 1.0. Quality mode balanced. Let's go performance. Oops. Let's go performance. Thank you. And then everything here is kind of medium, high, medium, medium, medium. And we have our ray tracing and stuff off because that just causes too much performance issue. Now, notice they have the Intel XeSS. It's terrible. When I go there, it's just absolutely unusable. HDR, not there. We can try to do some vertical sync. Let's try it. And because why not? We're doing it live. Return the game. Let's see what we got here. It's nice 30 frames per second. Again, off stream, when I wasn't streaming this, 60 frames per second. So we're losing probably about 30 frames per second right here. It was about 59 to 60 is what it was running as. Similar to what you're seeing at CSGO while we were streaming. But while we're streaming here, again, card is not a 4K card. We're streaming a 1920 by 1080, but we're down sampling on that. And we are playing the game on a 4K monitor in 4K. And we're getting a comfortable 30 frames per second. Perfectly playable. Perfectly playable. I love this game, by the way. I did not like it when it first came out. So if you played Diablo 4 and you're like, I don't dig it, it's nothing like the other Diablos, agreed. 100%. But the recent expansions have made it way better. Now, the problem here with all these enemies coming on the screen will be interesting. See, we're dropping below that 30 frame per second mark. But not terrible. Again, still playable. We could make it even better because, again, this is not meant to be played at 4K. I don't know. I have to go into windowed mode to change the resolution, but if we do that, by the way, save changes. Oh crap, it moves it over here. This is the problem with doing things live. I'm gonna die. All right, because this gives me a little screen. That's why. Close. Turn the game. Let's just show. Here is about 46, 48. So we get about 15 more frames per second if we were in that resolution, but I can't play the game like that. It's just kind of showing you if we went windowed what it does. All right, let's save changes and get that back to normal. Oh, that's weird. It does not like changing resolutions. Why are we doing that in the middle? Leave game. Wait, no. How about exit Diablo? We'll try it again. Did not like that. That's fine. Because like I said, this game wasn't meant to be played, first of all, on Linux. Number two, it's using Vulkan drivers. With 3, we can't use XeSS on this, the Intel driver, but we're still playing. So I'm going to have a little bit of bugginess here and there, especially if we're doing live streams and changing resolutions entirely to what they're not supposed to be. All right, so let's go back in and let's see. What I like about this is you guys are getting real world examples of this card versus just running a benchmark, which can give you some interesting numbers of everything running at extreme. You're actually seeing the utility of this card in this video, which I think is really, really interesting. So let's go into low for science and close, return to game. Still a good looking game. Again, going to remind you, we're still live streaming too, which is taking a tax on this. And now we're getting closer into the 40, 45 frames per second, making it even more playable. Really, 30 frames per second is playable. You know, everybody wants 60. It's really not as important in a game like Diablo to have 60 frames per second. But, you know, that's what the kids want these days. I hope you guys all have some incredible holiday plans lined up. I'm excited about the holidays. If you're not excited about the holidays, You don't think you're going to get any good gifts. That's what the holidays are about, in case you're wondering. Pick yourself up an Intel Arc, $249. Right? It's cheaper than your phone bill. Unbelievable. This is such a great card. I mean, look at all the stuff we're able to do on this card. You want to make video content? You want to animate videos? You want to utilize Blender? You want to stream? You can do it. You can get started with this card and have a decent time. Especially if you're not stupid like me and have a 4K monitor. I mean, 4K monitors are great, don't get me wrong. I love my 4K monitors, but this video card is not meant to be played with a 4K monitor. But the fact that it's even doing it shows you, and it sips power. One little power cord to power this whole thing. It's crazy. B580 Intel. I can't wait to see what they do next.
Yes, I need a bit of help from an outsider. I befriended a Lacuni. Wem, I call him. I fed him a few times, and I know what you're thinking, but I think he's tribeless. Usually, Lacuni stay away from settlements, but some merchants caught him close to town. Poor cat. I think he was looking for me. Can you help me free him?
It depends how much money you can pay me. I'll help you free him for the right price. Ain't nothing in life free. I gotta pay for this $249 card. What we got? We got a bunch of junk. Oh, we got a bunch of good stuff too.
You sure you want to part with this?
Sure. Probably giving me terrible prices. I don't care. I need some gold. I don't really need gold. How much? 1 million gold? I need a blacksmith. Whatever.
I'll be here.
Shouldn't have wasted all that. No, I want a blacksmith. Go away. Where is the blacksmith? There you are. Right here. Are you the blacksmith?
Spiritborn have always been powerful and mysterious.
Must be right around here.
I'll never forget that day.
Nope. I hear the banging of the hammer. I don't see them. Am I blind? Don't answer that. All right, let's go around here. Maybe they're down here. Ah, there you are. Okay. I don't know what I just did. What? Okay. Here and this unlocks a new look. Well, that's cool. It's gray. Don't need it. Salvage. 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 Is it better than mine? No, but look at that. Look at that thing. I must already unlock that. That's kind of a crazy looking helmet. Nope. And no. And no. Two-handed. Oh, no. And no.
Here's the parts. Now what will you do with them?
53, 8 max life, 9 life per second, 20.5 vulnerable damage, but no jewel. I don't know if you can add that in. You probably can. What do we got here? None of this. This is any good to me. You're dead to me. You're dead to me. You're dead to me.
From masterwork to crude parts.
Okay. And we gotta go open the portal, and then we can go fight more stuff. But again, I could play this game and not have any qualms at this quality. And I'm telling you, if I wasn't streaming right now, we'd be a medium at 60 frames per second.
Before the mining site,
So if you're not planning on streaming, you can get your precious 60 frames per second out of this card too. On 4K, mind you. I would be with 4K. 2K? Probably get close to it. 1920 by 1080, 100%. Could stream at 1920 by 1080, play at 1920 by 1080, and be at 60 frames per second in this game. And if Diablo would do some optimization for the XeSS, or Intel works with them, it could definitely get better, because most of it's a driver issue. Boom, baby. Who you think you're messing with? The king is here. Iron chunks, all this good stuff here. Got a little goblin gold. Nice. One of the things I haven't done in Diablo is kind of optimized my character build either. I just built the paladin here, it's the new one, and pick random stuff. But I know a lot of you will go in there and go online and get guides and create super OP, but this is just what I saw in the menu, and like there's no strategy behind the build, but still super powerful build. Run into no issues beating bosses and such. And if you're just tuning in, know that we are running a $249 B580 Arc to do all of this. Stream and play Diablo. Which is stupid impressive. On Arch, of course. Could you do this in other distros? No. I mean, 100% yes, but I'm just going to say no because you should run on it. The official supported distro for the Intel B580 is Ubuntu. So there are some additional drivers and tweaks and things that you'll want to do. If I remember, or you remind me, I will put those tweaks down below in the description after this live video post, so that you can go and check them out in case you want to recreate this. There are a couple things you can do to enhance the performance of this Intel. Oh man, that's gotta suck. Oh, yes. Y'all saw that, right? Unbelievable. What I love about Diablo is a lot of games, as you level up, the monsters get more powerful, no matter what zone or whatever you're in. And you never really get to feel powerful as a character, right? Because the monsters are just leveling up right there with you. Whereas in this game, you get to feel powerful. Come on. Catch up. Where'd he go? Catch up. No, don't fight that guy. Go over here. Get him. Kill him. Yes. We got some goodies there. You see them goblins, you gotta hunt them down, baby. They're like Santa Claus in this game. Bags of gold. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. Got lots of murmuring obols. Give me your sweet murmuring obols. I don't even know what to do with them. You trade them somewhere in one of these towns or something. Oh no, he's dead. I think it's called depraved wages. Now I kind of really wish I would have listened to what lady was saying. Must have been like an employee or something. And they no longer with the depraved wages. I'm guessing. Who knows? All right, and looks like we got another find Maku and Uru.
Never gets old. Look, my hands are shaking.
Let's hope Albulan feels the same way about seeing you again.
You will be given a rare gift, my friend. A glimpse into a realm that few know exist and fewer still ever touch. Its beauty will mark your soul for all time.
You've got him started now.
I was just a boy when I first reached past the veil and saw one of the ancient spirits. I knew then. I'm not saying I wasn't afraid. The spirits are strange, grotesque, yet so very beautiful and fragile. Don't hide your fear, but do not shy away. Then,
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull up Let's do Cosmic Terminal. Let's pull this up over here. Can you see it? Yes. All right. Let's see how our GPU is hitting here. So playing this game and streaming, you know, we're about 80% of our GPU's max right here. Kind of interesting. Hitting some peaks. Again, streaming in 4K. Oh, look, it's the Eye of Sauron. I missed the whole storyline for that.
Abulan! Something's not right.
You think?
Oh no.
Never you mind. I got this. Y'all just stand back. Watch the pro here. Thank you. What was that?
Hollows have breached the spirit realm.
We have to go in there.
You and me, maybe. But them? The pain will shatter their mind.
The light will help me endure it. For Nerel?
Nerel has poisoned the one thing that...
You'll need an intro. I'll check their old ground.
All right. Let's make this right.
Me too. I shouldn't have snapped. But...
Oops, I clicked off. All right. What do I do now? Do I go into a dark... Oh.
What's this now?
Oh, no.
I'll handle this.
Yeah. No problem. Got this. Got this all day long. Twice on Sunday.
Why did I have to be the one to choose? Did I even choose right?
Creepy. Must be a good Halloween stream. What are you talking
She
about?
cannot hear you, Wanderer. You think you know her, but I am one with her mind.
They put the world on me. Others' burdens always on me. Mother's health, Donan's grief, Lorath's failure. And at the end of it all, a choice they should have.
Later. Regurgitators. Infectors. Gnarly. Deciminators.
Get out of her head, demon.
That's all you
I
had?
can no more do that than could my daughter pull herself from your blood. We are
Look at that graphics there and that background. It's so crazy.
Where do I end? Where do you begin? No.
Let me kill Mephisto. Mephisto. Fabuloso. More regurgitators. Dead. Infectors. Dead. Rotwalkers. Or as I like to refer to them, data brokers. Rotwalkers. Alright.
They're my closest friend. They killed my mother.
Come on, get out of that little bubble.
Lilith killed my mother. Because of me. I wasn't smart enough. Fast enough. It's my fault she's dead.
Okay, we need you to quit summoning stuff. More data brokers. Erytheus Slicer. Cool name. Alright, are we done now? You won't turn me against her.
Understand. I come to offer you a way to aid her. She is dying, but she doesn't need to. she will survive.
If you're just tuning in, we are playing this on the Intel Arc B580, a $249 video card,
Speaks true.
while streaming.
My brothers are coming, and when they
In
arrive,
4K.
they will not bargain with you, Wanderer. You will not defeat them. Not alone.
On Arch Linux.
We were formidable allies in hell. Our partnership could yet bear fruit. Talk to Nerel when you reach her. Offer her this relief. You let her choose me once.
Stop your crying. What happened? Where'd she go? Maybe he freed her? I wasn't paying attention. Either way, she's got to make a choice, apparently, to free Mephisto.
You're back.
Yes. Mephisto reached out to me.
How many times has he invited you to talk? How many times have you accepted?
More than I'd like. He thinks if he can get me alone, he can manipulate me. I know better than to listen to a demon.
That beast really is Mephisto, then?
Just an aspect of him from what I can tell. The whole of him is held in the stone. He's getting stronger, though.
And what exactly did he say? Actually, don't tell me yet. I want to be sitting
Why are
down
you?
to hear the answer.
Why can't we talk about it now? We're all right
First,
here.
We'll talk about this later.
No, we're gonna talk about it right
No.
now.
Maka will be waiting for us.
Oh my gosh. Look at that, level 38. And a new skill point. How did he walk by them without having to kill him? What's his secret? Everything hates me in this world. Alright. Up. We can make ourselves a little more powerful here in a moment. The shaman got to go. Oh my gosh. So many of you. I just walk by evil demons and they start dying. That's how bad I am. What are we looking
Other
for?
shrines, ritual sites, anything connected to Albolan. Keep your guard up. The Lakuni have made a den of this place.
See, we're increasing in frame rates here, which is interesting. We're nearly at 47, 48 frames per second. I really feel like some enhancements in the drivers here, and this could be a perfect, I mean, it runs well, but perfectly viable 4K card. We're on 4K monitors, running at 4K resolution to play this game while streaming and hitting 40 frames per second. Now this is on low settings currently. Offline, I can do medium settings all day long, 60 frames per second, no problem. In 4K. I love this card. I just think it's the best value of the year when it comes to hardware, and I don't see it staying at $249. No, they didn't sponsor me. No, they didn't send me this card. I bought this all myself, just to be very clear, because I know there's a lot of that going on YouTube. This is just an impressive card. It's the most impressive piece of hardware. You look at price for value
On that cliff face.
that I've seen all year. By far. There's nothing in this price range to compete with it. Also, it's got a lot of the AI capabilities with the XeSS. If that interests you for offline AI work, this is a great card for that. Oh no, we're missing our little... Aw, he's getting away. Oh no, I clicked the wrong screen. Go, I'm gonna lose him again. I'm always doing that, clicking off screen. Yes! Give me my goodies. Woo, he barely pulled that one off. I'm always accidentally clicking off screen. I think I prefer playing this game with a controller, I'm not gonna lie. Especially if you have dual monitors, it doesn't always do that off screen. If I'm streaming, it's essentially annoying. We will, of course, be doing some work with the much more expensive, higher-end 9070 XT that I also have. Again, haven't even opened the box because this card has excited me so much. That's what I originally went to buy, and picked this up, put it in my system, and it's not left because I just can't believe the value. I just can't believe how good it is. It's just perfect proof that you do not need to have the latest and greatest stuff. Unless you're a streamer making hundreds of thousands of dollars, $20,000 a stream and all this stuff, there's no reason to be going out there and spending all that money on a machine. You don't need it. You can have a fantastic time playing Fortnite, Diablo, or normal games. Can it do Call of Duty? Probably not very well. Call of Duty is just a complete disaster when it comes to not only their compression, the game's like, what, 180 gigabytes or some ridiculous thing. But you might be able to play it on low. Who knows? It doesn't work on Linux, so you wouldn't want it anyway. Garbage game, in my opinion. All right, we've reached your destination, and what is my destination? What am I supposed to do? Oh, examine a mural. Is that the mural? Where's the mural? Ah, there it is. Wow. Despite its age, the paint is stark and bold against the rock face, depicts a bullen protecting humans from otherworldly entities. Fascinating. Gonna move the screen out of the way.
Okise, mender of veils. He looks like a guardian here. Perhaps he protected folks from lost spirits.
Perhaps. Can we move on?
Just like the mosaic beneath Kurast.
Okay, we ready to move on? Do I need to look at it again? Cool. We do something now? Alright. Sweet. Am I looking for more mosaics? That looks like something. Look, it's got stuff on it. No? Alright. That's not the one we're looking for. Ancient jars and skulls. Look at this writing on the wall. This is something. Look at this. No. You're not interested in anything I point out. Over here, maybe?
Over there. Another one.
There we go. In this painting, Abulan confers a boon unto a group of humans. It appears as if he's giving them a sliver of his own power.
He's empowering people. Maybe that's how he could help Mirel.
Uh-huh.
Look, in the background. Might be the gateway.
I know those columns. They are not far from here.
Yes, in fact, I have GPS locked us in. It's right over here. Thank you, Google Maps. Right. Stranglers. Very cool. Yes, bring it on. Bring it. Let's go. On to midnight. What's that? How can you not love this game? It's so good. It's so much fun. Yes, even at 40 frames per second, it's fun. All right.
If you consider a cold to be like dysentery, you're better off not asking. Let's just get it over with. Ready, Maka?
I am.
Boom, another level. All right, where do we want to spend this? Arbiter of Justice, we need, yes. 10% bonus damage, 10% armor bonus. That's pretty good. Giant Slayer, damage to elites 10 to 16%, damage to healthy 16%. Let's see here. This cooldown, bathe in the light, healing, consecration. I do like this. Kraken armor deals 6 increased damage to vulnerable enemies. Purify, cooldown, shroud your enemies in the light, dazing them for 2 seconds. Rain down 4 heavenly spears from the sky, dealing 69 damage and knocking down enemies for 1 point. Whoa, that looks fun. Let's do that. Let's do that. Bring the holy light. Yeah, War Thunder, I agree, man. It is completely enjoyable. And this is in 4K. Card's not meant to run 4K games. It's a 1920 by 1080 2K game. And we're streaming at the same time. So we're pushing this card way past what it's supposed to be doing. Not overclocked it in any way. This is out of the box. Now they're just making words up. Is this how they catch Pokemon? My guy looks like Gods of War, doesn't he?
Do not fight the pain. You will not win. Let it move.
Easy for you to say. You're not the one in pain.
Carry you through.
I think they've come here to kill me. He hits me with that staff and pushes me in there. I will come and get. I knew it. I knew it. I will find you. I will find you. All right, I'm in the spirit realm. Can I kill him? No? All right. I feel like I'm ripping in half.
It's what's keeping you in one piece. The spirit realm is constantly shifting, blending. That's the beauty of this place. It's raw energy given life. Every stone, every drop of water is no more dead than you are. Change, growth, is the only... It's nauseating, it's breathtaking, it's alien, it's primordial. If it helps,
Okay, we get it.
I feel the same pain.
I don't believe that. You pushed me in here. You looked fine when you pushed me in here, old man.
Now, let's go.
I don't have to fight nothing in the spirit realm? Let's just hang out here. This is much nicer.
Feel that?
No.
Rot on the air.
Oh, okay. These guys are here too. Let's try our new thing. 4. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Get some. Like that. It's just like that. Y'all should feel bad for even trying. Oh, baby. Let's go. Yes. Let the holy light blend you.
Don't hurt the spirit! They are already lost corruption errors. So young!
Don't hurt the spirits. They're trying to hurt me. What are you talking about? Two. Heal me. I need a bigger cursor. This 4K has a little tiny cursor. I can never see it. Can I adjust the cursor size here? Is that a thing? Gameplay. Left corner, HUD, item, blah, 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 blah. Character visibility, additional highlight, auto pin, arrow color, high contrast arrow. I can't do that, really. HUD compass enables a visual compass around the player. No, I don't want that. I'm looking for the actual arrow. Discard. Key bindings. Mouse. Just want the mouse size increased. It's here somewhere. I'm sure of it, but I can't find it. Accessibility. Might make sense. Font scale, cursor scale. Medium. Large. Ah, that's better. There we go. Yes. Now maybe I won't go off on the other monitor all the time. Got old man settings. Look at that power. Why even try? You just come near me and you start getting hurt. Paladin is very OP in this game. I love it. All these enemies on the screen, I mean, we're getting down to like 30 frames per second, a little under 30 frames. Perfectly playable. This is the new Lords of Hatred expansion as well. Playing on Linux using Vulkan drivers, which again, so there's just so many things going against this card in this live testing, but the utility of this video is so important. Number one, we can't use XeSS because we're using a Vulkan Proton translation layer to play the game. So if you were in Windows, which is game's native for, you would have even more performance out of this card currently because of that. So it's having to use AMD's FSR in place of XeSS here. Plus we're in 4K. Playing this game in 4K settings, and we're streaming at the same time. We have given this card no fair ability to show off what it's supposed to be able to do in a normal circumstance, and it's still, in my opinion, killing it at $249. It's unbelievable what Intel has done, and a lot of this has to do with the fact that they give you that 12 gigabytes of RAM. And of course, their bustling technology and everything else they're doing is it's very good. It's so impressive. I never expected this card to do this. This should have to be an offline video only. I should have to switch my monitor to like a 2K or 1920 by 1080 and then be running benchmarks and be like, yeah, you know, it's not as good as the current, but I don't with this card. It just blows me away. There's this much value in a card. I would buy this all day, twice on Sunday. And it cannot last at this price because the RAM itself is 12 gigabytes of RAM. DDR6 is so expensive right now. Pick it up while you can if you're in the market for a video card or even a backup video card. Because there's no way they can keep selling it at this price. Dare I say, of all the hardware I've tested and played with this year, by far, the Intel Arc B580 has impressed me the most of anything. Because its price, because of its performance, because it should not be able to do anything right now in 4K while streaming, while running Proton, utilizing AMD's FSR. And you saw it render earlier. If you've not, you can check it out later in the video when this comes out of me rendering in Blender. If you want to do video creation, you can do it in this card. By the way, optimized for AI offline. You want to do AI modeling offline, you can do that with it too. It's unbelievable. I have a 7900 XT sitting downstairs, brand new in its box. And I have not put it in this computer or played with it. It's completely unopened because this card has blown me away so much that I don't want to take it out of my system. Even though I know the 7900 XT is going to just be unbelievable, right? What incredible performance. And I pulled a 6900 XT out of this to put this card in. But I'm just so blown away by it. I don't even have any interest in playing with the 7900 XT right now.
He seems all right.
I know it'll be good. It's a very expensive card. I mean, it was a great value. There was a deal at Micro Center for the 7900 XT for $569. Incredible price for that card. Boom, baby. It's just like that. Consolidated Hatred? That's a cool name. That's a pretty cool name. I think if Intel can spend a little more time on their drivers for Linux, getting that XeSS working well in Linux, you know, we may be running into a world where very soon Intel is the best consumer graphics card to pick up. Bar none. Like the next iteration of this, I can't wait to see what they did. We had the Alchemist before this, which was good. Never ran one, but understand it had some, you know, pretty good showing for the cost and stuff like that, but expected performance. This, unbelievable. The next generation, I believe this is using TSMC 5 nanometer. So again, this was a decision by Intel to not fab their design, not fab their own from scratch, which was probably a good decision. Intel's hurting very badly. Terrible for us as consumers. As much as I loved AMD and as much as I was a proponent of them and everything, you know, you don't want a situation where Intel was in, where they're the only game in town, because it's just bad for consumers. You don't get things like this. This is what happens when you have competition out there. You get value like this that's just ridiculous value. Just ridiculous value. All right, so we got to go back the way we came and kind of go up and all of that kind of stuff. All right, got it. This way we need to go here, go right up here. Thank goodness for maps. This game would not be as fun for me if it didn't have maps, because I get lost everywhere. And even in real life, my brain never shuts off. I'm driving somewhere, I'm thinking about something else, and I'm always lost. Unless GPS is there to tell me exactly when to turn and where. That's my Achilles heel. It looks like we're in boss fight mode. Let's do it. What are you? Abulan! I've heard about you. We've been, talking about you. You're really popular right now.
Hands upon hands, upon hands, upon hands.
Let me guess, upon hands. Ooh, sick. You look awesome, dude.
Don't you remember me?
Don't kill me. You look awesome. I just said you look awesome. Wow. Have some of this, and then have some of this too. Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, sir. Have some of all of it. I got so much for you. I got so many tricks up my sleeve. Look at that. Boom, baby. I'm not the one to mess with. I promise you. What a cool looking boss though, right? Oh, there's 3 of them now. We're in trouble. All right, I should stop talking trash now. Right. Have some of this. Have some spears. Very cool looking boss though, right? No, Q. 4. Woo, we almost died there. Clicked off the screen again. Oh, now you come to help. Really? The whole time?
Eru, we can't let him die for nothing. Power gathers
They
there.
try to show up last minute like that?
He can still help Nero.
Then cut swiftly. The corruption is spreading.
War Thunder, I am glad that you live in the same world I do, where your wife keeps you. My wife's the same way. She's like, really? You don't know where you're at? You drive here all the time? You still don't know where you're at? Yeah, I have no clue. My brain's elsewhere always. Thinking about next video, next podcast, college, work, whatever.
No. I was the one who failed Abulan.
That's a cool boss, man. Look at that. Who comes up with this stuff?
Accept me.
Such great artists. Well, don't act like you're doing something now after I kill them and then you come in last minute after it's over. That's a weird ritual.
Nom nom.
Nom nom. Yummy nom nom. Say nom nom.
No way. Biwo Sabin.
Is it hands upon hands upon hands upon hands?
Bula. Let's see. Okay.
Well, maybe if you didn't sit in the background while I was killing him, you could have talked him into not being evil.
Thank you.
Just a thought.
Abula. Nahu he awaku.
Nom nom. Don't forget the nom nom.
Oh, Eru. Come. Let's give him space.
Okay. Boom, level 40.
Go and find out. I'll hang back for Eru. When he's back on his feet, I'll send him and listen. You did what was needed in there.
Woohoo! Look at that. 2 levels in one. That's nice. We can level up our spear. What's this do? Judgment reduces Spear of the Heavens active cooldown. I like it. And then what's this do? Spear of Heavens now drops 8 spears along the path. First spear gains a permanent judgment mark and remains on the battlefield, dealing 52 damage for up to 8 seconds. Until 100 and breaks into 5 particular. Wow, that looks dope. Let's do that. That's pretty cool. Very awesome. Let's see our spears. Yeah, you guys didn't last a chance. All right, so that's it. That is the Intel Arc B580. I don't know what more to say. It's an incredible buy it now if you're in the market for a GPU. I am blown away by the price and performance here of this card. It is unlike anything I expected. My expectations were that you could do some stuff offline, that you could maybe do this in 1920 by 1080 monitor and resolution across the board, but not that it could play in 4K in very playable Diablo. Obviously, we played CSGO earlier. We did Blender rendering with this. Just incredible. Buy it all day long. Hope you enjoyed the video. We did this live, first time, kind of a review live and a gaming stream combined into one, kind of a cool thing for the holidays. I hope you have amazing time with your family, friends, whatever you're doing. I hope it gives you some joy. And until next time.